All right, I guess that's it. We're here.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Online Store 101 for GoDaddy. We are going to show you some stuff today about our newest e-commerce platform, and it's going to be fun. So put your thinking caps on, and we're going to sit down and we're going to build us a store today. So my name is Mike. This is Alicia.
Hi.
We've been working for GoDaddy for, well, I've been here for 5 years. How long have you been here?
I got him beat. 8.5.
8.5 years.
Yes.
Well, anyway, welcome, and we're gonna go over some cool stuff with you guys today. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about Online Store. So if you want to go ahead and switch the screen there. All right, so Online Store. We are going to, let me give you a little bit of background on Online Store first. So Online Store is a product that we rolled out back in March, and what we did was actually, Alicia and I were both very instrumental in helping roll that out, and we helped train our staff on it, and we've been kind of working with it throughout ever since March. And since we did that rollout, Online Store has really taken on a life of its own. It's really come full circle now, and it's a product that is, I think, revolutionary in the industry. Super simple, very intuitive. You don't need a lot of tech skills to work with Online Store. Basically, if you can build a Facebook page, you can build an online store with this product. Alicia, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, it's a great product. So simple to use and professional. So two things that are really important is to be able to access it and set it all up effectively and easily, as well as to make it look professional, especially against your competition.
Absolutely. Couple of stats I'm going to throw at you. Some of the competition that is out there as far as e-commerce solutions. The average publish time for Online Store is or for any e-commerce solution, is about 2 weeks. So from the time you actually purchase the product to when you actually publish it and it goes live, it's about 2 weeks. Well, we really spent some time with this product and made it so intuitive that the average publish time for this product, for Online Store, is about 2 days. So when you talk about return on investment, or trying to go ahead and get live and make that money back that you just spent on the product, we've basically just given you back about 12 days there in time for you to actually go ahead, get online, and start making money. Some other numbers for you. Since we launched the product back in March, we actually have had our merchants who have bought the product have actually processed $6.5 million in revenue just in that short time through those stores. Something like 13,000 stores published already. It's really been phenomenal, and it's a game-changing product for us. So really excited about it.
Definitely. Well, and something else that's important to note is the fact that e-commerce is growing immensely, and so about 2017, $370 billion dollars in sales are supposed to be done online, and really contributing factors are our smartphones and tablets. So the more people have access to the web, and especially easy access, the more likely they're going to purchase. So we're going to be talking about how important that is, as well as the social side of e-commerce too today.
Yep. So here's kind of what we're going to cover today. We are going to cover just some of the basics. You're going to get you started here on just some of the basics of this product and actually getting it online and getting it published for you. So initial activation, so how you go into your account and actually set the initial store up. We're going to talk about store design, so how you can customize your storefront and make it your own. How to add products. We're going to work with some categories. Shipping options. We're going to show you the different shipping options for the store. How to configure taxes. Alicia's actually going to talk to you a lot about promoting your store and how to actually get plenty of traffic coming into your store. And then we'll talk a little bit about feedback and support, how you can provide us with feedback about the product, and how you can get support from our award-winning 24/7 tech support. We are coming to you actually from Scottsdale, Arizona, from our headquarters, where it is a bone-chilling 70 degrees outside. So sorry for you East Coasters who are dealing with all that rough weather.
You would think it is based on the fact that you're wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah,
and Colby over here has a little beanie on, so a sweatshirt. Look at me, I'm wearing a t-shirt.
That's maybe I should just.
True Arizona right here.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna. You know what? Like I said, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to show you how to get started with this product, and you know, if you have any questions, feel free to pop those in the chat feature there, and we'll be happy to answer those as we go. So let's get it on.
Show us the way.
All right. So you will be first logging into your GoDaddy account. So here we have the GoDaddy front of site page. So what I'm going to do is once you've logged in, you can go up here to My Account, and we're going to go ahead and log in and say Visit My Account. And up will pop a list of all of the products that you have in your account.
And Mike, I like how you have that little feature there so people can see.
Oh, you like that?
Yes,
yeah,
very
nice. That's tricky right
Fancy.
there. So yeah, hopefully you can follow my my pointer here as I'm going through. But anyway, you're going to scroll down to Online Store, and we're going to click that. It should slide open like a drawer there. And then over here on the right, we're just going to click on Launch on this very bottom account here. I've got several accounts here that I've played with. You know, some are my own personal accounts, and some are for the purposes of the demo. So I'm going to click on Launch. And first screen that pops up here is just kind of a getting started screen. So what we're going to do today is we're going to build a skateboard shop. I'm a skateboarder. I've been skateboarding for about 30 years now, and we're going to build a little skateboard shop. So the name of this fake skate shop is called Pusher Board Shop. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to just put that name in.
Is there anything? I'm not a skateboarder, so Pusher. I don't know. Is there something behind that? Something?
When you ride your skateboard, you push.
Oh.
Yeah. See what I did there? You see that? And it has a little double entendre there, right? You can push. You can push on your skateboard, and you're pushing products. So how about that?
There you go.
The next thing down here will ask you which domain you want to use on your site. So I've got a whole list here of unused domains. I'll just go with this bottom one here, which is stoneth.co. We use some of these domains that people misspell and whatnot for demo purposes. So I'll use that one. And then, of course, it wants to know what email we need to associate with the store. I'll just put my GoDaddy email in here.
Easy enough.
Yep. And then just hit Create Store. It's going to think for a second, and bam, there is your Getting Started guide. So you don't necessarily have to do these in order. You know, it just basically gives you a list here of everything that you need to do in order to create your store. So the first thing that I want to do, as you can see, this is a very simple, easy to follow layout, right? Up here are your different options for things, and then here is your step-by-step guide. So the first thing that I like to show people is just how they can start working on building the store, the fun stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go down here to Store Design. And as you can see here, it already picks a template for you. But if you want to change that template, you can just go right over here to Change Theme. And here you'll see all kinds of different options for you, different looks and feels, and we've been adding templates like crazy. In fact, I believe we just hired a full-time theme designer to actually add more templates, because that's been the #1 piece of feedback that we have gotten from customers is, I want more templates. So, so yeah, we are going to continually add more and more of these templates as we go. This product started as a pretty basic product, and based on feedback from customers as well as our support staff, we've really added a lot of really cool features since March when we launched this thing. But lots of cool themes here to choose from. So I'm actually going to go ahead and choose the one that it chose for me, which is this, it's called Estrella, I believe, is this theme name. But you can You can see that it's highlighted it here for me, but if you want to choose a different one, all you have to do is just choose the theme. If you want to, like, say, look at this Harmony theme, you just click on View Theme, and it'll pop it open here, and you can have a look at it and kind of see how it would look to customers. But just for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to keep the theme that I've got, which is the Estrella theme here. So we will just stick with that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the top, and we're going to click on Store Design. All right. This is where we were just a few minutes ago. Now, the first thing that I would do is go down here to the home page. Obviously, the home page is going to be where everybody's going to see your store to begin with. So, as you can see, there's a pre-populated photo in here right now. But since I'm selling skateboards, I probably don't need a teapot. What do you think?
I
Probably
don't
not.
think so. Unless you're going to be skateboarding with a teapot, but
No.
probably not.
No,
Okay.
I doubt it. So I'm going to go to Browse, and this is going to bring up a bunch of photos that I've already pre-populated here on my desktop. So I'm going to choose this photo right here of this guy pushing on a skateboard. Get it? Pusher?
Yeah, I got
You
it.
got that?
Got
See? All right. So as you can see there, it's populated that in the image viewer here. A lot of other options for you here as well. You can actually click on display a welcome block, so you can actually have like a pop-up that says, "Hey, check out our newest sale," or whatever, if you want to enable that, or whatever. But in this case, I'm just going to save it. It'll tell me my stuff was saved. Now, at any time you want to preview what you've done so far, you can just go right up here in the right and click on Preview Store. So if I click that, it will actually show me.
Very nice.
Already, it's populated it with my name that I entered to begin with. It's populated the photo in here. Here's the pre-populated tabs or indexes for the site, the pages that it actually comes with. And now we don't have any products or anything yet down here, so that's fine, but we're going to cover that in a few minutes. But one of the coolest things about Online Store is it's not merely a shopping cart by itself. The cool thing about this product is it can be used as your regular website. So you don't necessarily have to have a separate website and then attach this to it. This can be your one-stop shop, no pun intended, of your entire web presence, your website, your store, everything. And I'll show you here in a little bit about how to actually create new pages, regular content pages, in addition to the actual product pages.
Which is nice because that's not going to overwhelm you with creating a separate website. You have it all in one. So,
absolutely, absolutely. Very, very cool stuff. So there's our main logo page, right? So now we want to, I'm just going to close this out. We're going to go back to our dashboard here. I'm going to go down here to Site Header. Now, let's say you want to do something like, here they've got an example, proudly serving you since 1972. Well, I'm going to say something like, let's say skater, since I'm a skater, I'm going to say skater owned and operated. All right? Because a lot of people want to know that, you're the real deal, right? If you're selling skateboards, they don't want to buy stuff from you if you're not kind of, in the cool club, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't want to buy one from me.
Right. Okay. So you can put a little welcome site header up there. So it's skater owned and operated. So I'm going to go down here and click Save again, and then we'll go up here and preview it. And there it is. Right underneath the main name is skater owned and operated. Right.
And it's cool how it blends in with the theme, and it's already set up for you. So
totally uses the same font. Everything is very theme based. Now, this has got a white background, right? So I like the white background myself. It's very kind of clean and nice. But let's say that you've got a specific color that is your brand. For instance, we here at GoDaddy, green and orange is our kind of our two main colors for GoDaddy colors. So let's say you've got a color that is specific to your brand or your business. Well, you can actually do some customization on this background. So if we go back to our dashboard here, and we go over here to customize, it's going to pre-populate the site over here on the right. Is loading the preview. Now this is one that's actually a recently added feature. We actually didn't roll this out with this feature out here, but this is something that we've added several months ago, but this makes it so much better for you to be able to customize it to exactly your specifications and to match your existing brand if you already have one. As you can see over on the left here, we've got, you can do the different fonts if you like. There's some theme colors. These are the different colors here. We can actually choose a different kind of color palette by clicking down here, and it slightly changed a few things there. Or, my favorite part, if you want to go here to custom colors, we're going to click that plus sign, and let's say we want to change the background. Right now it's set to white, and bam, there's a big old color palette there that you can choose from. Now, here's what's cool. There's a couple of ways you can do this. You can either choose from this. Let's say I want to make it a, I don't know, a GoDaddy orange in the background. So I just click that color orange, and bam, it changes it to orange immediately.
That really pops.
It does, doesn't it? Now, if you have a specific color code for your brand, which some people do, like we have, you know, our orange is a specific orange, you know, that they have colors. Well, you can see right up here in this box, you can actually put in the exact color code of your brand to make it identical. Okay, so you can choose any of these colors. Like I said, I still like the white, so I'm going to go back to white for the background just because I think it's nice and easy and clean looking. So we'll just cancel out of that. But as you can see, you can change the different colors of the business name, the menu colors, the main image message, all your links and headings. You can change all of that right from this box here. And of course, right under here, you can change the fonts. So if you want to change to a different font here, you just hit this little drop down, and here's a bunch of different fonts that you can choose from. I kind of like the one that it chose for me, so I'm going to keep it. But all these can be manipulated and changed. So I'm going to close out of that. Actually, I'm going to go back to this original font, or this original color code here, and then I'm going to close that guy out. So yeah, let's say I want to go ahead and back out of that. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, it's thinking. But there's a ton of new stuff that we, like I said, continue to add based on your feedback, and a little bit later I'm going to show you how to actually send that feedback to us to give us, you know, tips and things that you'd like to see for online store. And a lot of the features that we've actually implemented in this product has actually come from you guys, from our customers. You know, we didn't want to put a product out there that with what we thought would be the greatest, you know, the greatest features. We wanted to get input from all of our customers to actually make what you guys want.
So it's really a customer-built product in
Absolutely.
a sense. So
very much customer-centric.
absolutely.
Okay, so now we're going to go back into the builder here. So now let's talk about Google Analytics. So some of you may know about Google Analytics. It's a very cool product to be able to use, or feature to be able to use in this product for tracking, you know, everything from hits on your site to you know, number of hits, to where they're coming from, different browsers they're coming from, whether they're a new visitor or returning visitor. So if you don't use Google Analytics for your site, I definitely suggest doing that, because it is not only is it free, but it's a very powerful tool. So as you can see here, there's a couple of options on the Site tab. You can actually upload, if you've got a logo that you've already created, you can go ahead and upload that logo right here in this window. Now, I don't have one specifically made for this store, but if you do have one yourself, you can upload that image right here. In this case, I'm just going to select this one that says use your business name as the logo. Okay, but as we go down here to Google Analytics, when you create a Google Analytics account, it'll create a tracking ID. And this right here is where you would have to put that tracking ID, and then it would start tracking your customers and your hits and all of that. And you can choose what you do and don't want to track as far as your analytics goes. Now, here's another cool feature. For those of you who are more advanced users, go down here to advanced. If you know Java or HTML or any kind of coding for that matter, you can actually use these fields here to put in custom code. We've seen people put in cool little chat features, all kinds of cool functionality that you can go out there and you can grab a snippet of code or create one yourself and add that in these areas in the header and the footer of the site to actually give your site even more of a customizable look and feel. So we've given you that option as well. So this is the Site tab. Now, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and look at the Page tab. So, like I was saying before, it comes pre-populated with some pages: the Our Story page, the Contact Us page, and the Terms of Service page. Okay, so those are the ones that it comes with. Now, you can add additional pages to this with just regular site content, like if you want to give a little bit more information about your business or anything like that, you can actually put those pages here. So let's say we want to add a page for, I don't know, videos. So we'll go over here and say add a page, and we're going to just create a blank page, and there it is, and we're going to name that page videos.
So it looked like you could add a link as well.
Absolutely, yeah. You can add it. You can have it go to a different link. Yep. Now, if you want to put in what it would say on a Google search, you can just put videos in here as well, or whatever you'd like for it to show up on Google. Now, down here is where you would put your content. Now, in this box, there's a lot of different features here. You can just start typing away, just like if you were in a Word document. Here's some of your text options, like italicize, bold, underline. You can do different colors. You can do formatting. You can do alignment, all that kind of stuff. Or you can add hot links. You can add photos, video. Obviously, in this case, if the page of the side of the page is called video, so I want to add a video, so I would click video. And if you've got a YouTube video or a Vimeo or a Vine or Instagram or any of these other video players out there, you can just put that URL right in here and it'll actually start playing your video. And that's where you would put your video in. So that's how easy it is to add a new page. Cool stuff. All right, I'm just going to cancel this out. And now we're going to get into the fun stuff. Well, that was already fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
But we're going to get into even more fun stuff. Adding products. So, along the top up here, you kind of see the different options for you here. So we're going to go over here to products, drop down, and there's products and categories. Okay. So I'd say, you know what? I wanted to start with categories because in this case, I'm going to be selling different kinds of skateboard stuff, right? I'm going to be selling boards and trucks and wheels and bearings. So I want to create different categories for shoppers to actually click on those products. So I'm going to add a category first. So obviously there's no categories now, but I'm going to click on add a category. And let's just say decks. Is going to be the category.
I know what that is.
Do you know what that is? See?
I do know that. My son skates boards, but
there you
that's
go.
about probably all I know.
All right. So
wheels, deck.
That's all it is, right? So you've got it down already. So I'm just going to click Save. So the name of our category is decks. All right. I'm going to add another category here, and I'm going to call it trucks. Do you know what the trucks are, right?
Isn't that what holds the wheels?
Yes. Basically, it's the axles. You're 2 for 2, right? And add another category. As you can see how easy it is to add these categories. Let's say wheels. Save it. And let's just do one more called, I don't know, accessories. And save it. And there they are. Now, another cool thing about these categories is you can do what's called nesting. The cool thing about that is, let's say you've got a main category, but you want to have a kind of a subcategory. All you got to do is go right down here to this little dotted square here and click it, and you can just drag it over here, and it is now a subcategory of the previous category. And you can keep doing that. I can take these and drag it and just keep making subcategory, subcategory,
Wow.
subcategory like that. Oops, it says I can only move 2 levels. Okay, so let me back that back. Okay, so anyway, that's how you would nest these things. Normally you wouldn't have to go more than 3 in like that. So that's how you would do that. Okay, so pretty simple to work with categories there. Now, next, I'm going to go back up here to products. All right, no products yet because we haven't added it. Right over here, we're going to click Add Product. Now, first thing we're going to put up here is decks, or we'll call it boards, since we already have a category called decks. So we'll say boards, and we'll put a price in there. I don't know, $49.99. That's what a normal board would probably go for. And if you want to put in a sale price, you can. What that will do is it'll put a strike through the regular price and put a sale price there. So like if you're having a sale, you know, a promotion, you can actually put that in there. If you'd like to create a SKU number for inventory, you can do that right here and put in a SKU. And you can actually tell it what category you want to put it under. And in this case, I want to choose decks because it's a board is a deck, right? So then down here, once again, you can put video, you can put in links, you can put in text, whatever you'd like. In this case, I've got some pre-loaded descriptions here. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take all of this. Oh, that's wheels. I'm going to take this one, highlight that, copy it, go back here, drop it in, save it. Now once you've saved it, that's when you can upload your image. So now, as you can see, before this was grayed out, but now you've got the Add Image button here. So we're going to add that. We're just going to go up here to the boards, click that, and let it do its thing. And there they are. Now, you can add up to 10 images per product. So let's say you've got a different view or a different angle or a different color. You can actually add up to 10 different images, and they appear right below here so that when the customer clicks on these different images below, it will actually change the image up here in the main window. And right here is where you would do that. If you wanted to add a different shot, you would just click Add More, and it gives you the same option to upload another photo. So as you can see, this is super simple, just like creating a Facebook page. I mean, if you know how to upload a content to Facebook, then you're good to go here. So we're going to go down here and click Save. And you know what? I'm curious. Let's go up and see what that looks like on the store. So we'll go up here and say Preview Store. And there's our shop. There's our photo from before. And what do you know? There's some boards. Yeah. You have an option here to add featured items that are on the front of your store. So just to show you how easy this is to add multiple products and quickly, I'm going to add a few more products here while we're on here, just so you can kind of get the hang of this and see. So as you can see right down here, there is another button that says Save and Add Another. So you can literally just click that and just keep on going. So this time we're going to do wheels. Oops, wheels. And let's say $29.99 is the price. And I'm not going to do a SKU. Oh, you can also check whether or not it's a taxable product, an active product, or you want it to be listed on your featured product. So we'll go ahead and click Featured. Let's go back over to the wheels description.
Oh, push your wheels.
Push your wheels. Put the description back in here. We'll save. We'll add our image. There's a bunch of wheels. Now while that's populating, also want to kind of point your attention to these other options here. Now, here are the inventory options. There's our photo of the wheels right there. But if we go over here to inventory and options, we can actually track our inventory right within the store here. So if we go over to inventory, it'll ask us for this product, do we want to track the inventory? We can say yes or no. If you say yes, it'll actually ask you how many of that product you have in stock, and if quantity reaches 0, do we want to allow back order, or do we want to not allow back order? So pretty simple there. Another option for people who use engravings is if you want to have like things engraved or personally, personal messages, you can actually put this in here, and it will give the option for customers to put in a message that they'd like to have engraved on your product. So that's kind of neat. Now I'm not going to engrave any wheels, so I'm going to uncheck that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click save on that, and there we are. Now here's some other options for you. Shipping. So a little bit later we're going to talk about some shipping options, and one of those is by weight. So if you have shipping that you want to track by weight, you can actually put the amount of what this would weigh. Let's just say it's a pound and a half, 1.5 pounds. All right, we're just going to click save, and that way when we talk about doing shipping a little bit later, it's going to know that these wheels, they weigh a pound and a half, so it'll know that when we process shipping.
While you're talking about weight and shipping, I did have a question kind of on that and
Sure.
products in general. So
Sure.
It's a two-part question. One is the URL structure. Is it user-friendly for Google when creating products? And what he means by that is his requirement is if he has a product with different attributes. So like Coca-Cola, this product is cola, and his attribute is 33 CL, 1 liter, and 1.5 liter. Each one has can have a different attribute, a different EAN code, weight, and price. So if they pick any product, then its price and weight should also change. Is that possible without having to create 3 separate products for it?
Yes, I'm almost 100% sure if I'm understanding what you're saying correctly. Yes, there is an option for that. Let me see if do you have any more on that?
I'm trying to think through the question.
So like instead of having like 3 different products, 1 product for the 1 liter, 1 product for the 1.5
gotcha.
liter, and 1 product for the 33 CL,
Mm-hmm.
can just be 1 product, but then they just choose the different attribute drop down
So
for it.
yeah, so it should be
Yeah.
under options.
Under options.
And they should be able to create a custom option.
Yep. In fact, right here, if you go under options, under the track inventory option, if you go here, you can go to create options, and you can actually size, color, or you can add a different option. In that case, what are those different
Weight and price.
weights? Okay, so if they're different weights, you can just put weight in here, and you can put in customizable
Like
things over there.
Like 1.5.
Like
or
1.5,
comma 2.
yeah, exactly. You can, and then they're separated by a comma. So you can actually put those different weights in, and then they will show up under the options feature of that particular product. Okay.
Good question.
So hopefully that's a very good question. Hopefully that answers that. But if I'm understanding correctly, that's what that is.
And the same thing would apply if someone was like selling T-shirts, for example, for
Right.
sizing. and stuff
Absolutely.
like that.
Color.
Yep. Sizes,
Yeah.
colors, exactly. Yep. Okay. So there was the options. Lastly, we're going to go to search engines for this product. So when you go to Google and you search for a specific product, and that product comes up, you want the search engine to actually find that product so it will show up, right? Alicia, you're the guru on search engine stuff. So if you want to explain kind of how this works.
You want Google to, as people are searching for your product, if they're getting into specifics, for them to be able to find that specific page. And they can obviously go to your website, but it's more effective if they can actually go to that product page as well. So.
Right. So we're just going to put in here wheels, and then we can put an actual description. 250 character limit. So we can put in a brief description of the actual wheels that we've got. In fact, you can probably just take the same description here. That's definitely not 250 characters, so we'll copy that.
Sure.
We'll go over here to search engines and put that description in, and then we'll save, and that will help people find the product through the search engines to make sure that they land on your products and not your competitor products. All right, so now let's go back up here and preview the store. It's been a little bit since we've looked at it, so let's go up here and
How's it
preview
looking?
that. It's getting there. There's that featured product that we put on here before. Now, if we wanted to say view all products, we go down to this area here, and there's our boards and our wheels. Okay, so it's coming right along. Okay, so now I'm going to add just a couple more products just to give it more of a fuller feel. As you can see here, there's the products that are listed that we've already added. So we're going to go right over here to the right and click on Add Product. And this time, I want to add the bearings. All right. Price, let's say $29.99. And get my description here. Pop it in. I'm not going to worry about the inventory options this time. I just want to have products in there. So we're going to save that, and we're going to go add our image. Where are my bearings? There they are.
Got your bearing straight?
I do have my bearing straight.
Right,
Thanks for checking. Appreciate that. All right, and there are your bearings. And go down and click Save. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and add another one. I think I've got shoes. Oh, it's still thinking.
There
There
it
we
is.
are. All right. So I'm going to do. Save and add one more. This time I want to do shoes. And I don't know what shoes cost these days. So hopefully, by seeing how quickly and easily these are done, these are added, you can get through some products very quickly here. Now I'm gonna do trucks here instead of shoes, so that looks like I don't have a description for shoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do trucks. Put that in there. Change this to trucks. Save it. Upload the image. There's my trucks. Save it again. You know what? I'm going to make this a featured product as well. Save. This is the fun part, guys. I don't have a personal store up right now, but I enjoy just going in here and seeing how cool I can make my store look. What about you?
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, that's something we did when we first had online store launches. As many of us went and created a store, and it looks awesome. I created an interior design store, which would be my dream,
Right?
for sure. So definitely looked professional, and I was able to do it very quickly.
Absolutely. And the more you get in here and play with it, the better it is. The more fun it is, the easier it is. It's just really fun to get in and play around with this. Now I'm going to add the boards as a featured product on the front of the page too, so we can have all three on front. I'm going to click Save, Preview again, and there we have all three products listed below. But like I said, if you've got 20 products or whatever, if they click on View All Products, then here they are. There's the trucks, the wheels, the bearings, the boards. Over here are your different categories that we created earlier.
I see they're nested as well.
They are nested. Yep. Very simple to follow and easy to create. So I think I've covered everything on the product side. Now.
And the cool thing is, if you're not sure what you have or haven't done, you can see on his page you've got Show Getting Started Guide, because he hasn't gone live yet or published his site. So it just grays out whatever you've worked on or at least visited.
Exactly. So right here we're on this Getting Started Guide. As you can see, there's a check mark next to Store Design because I've already created the store look. There's a check next to products, which means I've already uploaded at least one product. The business information, have not visited yet, but we can go ahead and do that right now. So if we click on that, it will actually take us right to the info. So if we want to put in things like phone number, the email address already populated from when we went in there before. You can do things like whether, what measurement system it wants to use, whether it's pounds, inches, whether you do the metric system or not. You can drop that down like this. Date formatting, so how you want your date to read. So if you want to change it to day, month, year, you just do that. So pretty simple stuff. Once again, more custom features for search engines to pick up your site. So you can drop those in right there.
And if you're not sure what a title or description is, we do have some great information in our support resources as well that talk about search engines and describe what titles are and meta tags and so on. So definitely have those resources available.
Absolutely. Now the next thing we want to cover here, we got about 20 minutes to go or so, but we're gonna cover shipping. So there's a lot of cool things in shipping that you can play with here. So I'm just going to click on the shipping tab. Now there are a couple of new features. In fact, this real-time shipping rates from U.S. Postal Service has only been on there for about a month, I would say, at this point. So that's very cool. You can actually get real-time quotes on where you're shipping to, or customers can get real-time quotes on where you would be shipping to them right here in this area. But the one I'm going to focus on right now is the weight-based shipping. There's other options here. There's free shipping. There's a flat rate. Let's say you sell one product and you want to charge a flat rate no matter where you're shipping in the world. You want to charge that one flat rate fee. You can add that right here. But in this case, I'm going to go to weight-based. I'm going to go over here to add. Whatever you want to call it, you can call it, weight-based, or however, whatever you want to call it. And if I could spell, that would be great. So let's say your product weighs what was the bearing, or the wheels earlier were what, like a pound and a half, I believe, right? So let's say we want to go from 0 to, let's say, 2 pounds. And we want to charge, I don't know, $5. This is just for demo purposes, but let's just say $5. All right, and then from 2 pounds to, I don't know, 10 pounds, we want to charge $10. And we can keep going up, all the way up to whatever. I mean, as you can see, you can just keep adding and adding and adding, all the way up to whatever your heaviest product weight is.
I like how it fills it into it. It takes it to the next step for you.
Exactly. Now you can change that. There's some arrows here that you can just arrow up and down, or you can just flat out change it. If you just want to go to 20 pounds there, you can do that. And of course over here you can delete them if you need to. Just get rid of those extra ones that I just added. And that's how you would actually put in your weight-based shipping. So from now on, when people go to check out with those wheels, they see that it's a pound and a half, then the system now knows to charge $5 shipping for that product because it's a pound and a half. So we just go to save, and that is now implemented. And there it lists as your only shipping option right now is weight-based. If you want to add another shipping method, you just head right up here to the button, and you can choose. So that is the shipping feature. And we're always going to be adding more ways to do this kind of stuff. I mean, these are kind of the most popular right now, but we're looking into adding things like UPS, FedEx, DHL, all the carriers. So we're going to be adding those in there soon as well. So keep checking back if they don't have a shipping option on there that you currently use.
Right. Well, and of course, provide us with your feedback, which we will show you at the end.
Yep.
Because we're always looking for your feedback.
Absolutely. All right. Had to wet my whistle there for a second. All right, so let's go back up to the top here and go back to the Get Started Guide. You can always go back to the Get Started Guide just to see kind of where you are in the process here. Payments, that's another biggie, right? So we're going to go to Payments, and we're going to show you how you would add your particular bank that you use for your business to here. Now, there's two options. There's the credit card payment, and then there's PayPal. Now, credit card, we use a processor called Stripe. Do you want to talk a little bit about Stripe and what they do? And
Sure. I mean, it's something that's very simplified and easy to use, as well as you don't need to have a merchant account, because this is basically your merchant account. So if you don't mind clicking activate, just so we can talk a little bit more about that. Stripe is not GoDaddy. It's a separate processing system, so any detailed questions you have would go directly to Stripe. However, we can get you set up, and we can get you going and creating an account. So you'll see Mike has it pulled up here, and it's just going to ask you a series of questions, your country and your products and so on, get your business details. And the cool thing is, if you scroll down, basic business details to our account, basically it's going to take your checking account information and it's going to deposit the funds into your checking account. So that's a really cool option. It makes it easier for you as well. And then basically from there, there is some processing fees that you can look at with Stripe. I don't know if we want to go into detail about the fees. They're off the top of our head, we don't know them, but they're pretty basic.
I know they're very competitive too, very competitive.
Absolutely competitive. The cool thing is we do have a link directly to Stripe, so you can go through and you can actually take a look at those fees, as well as their details on their terms of service as well. So yeah, so it will just have you fill that information out and authorize, and then you will pretty much get set up.
Yep. So, now, and here's how you would, here's your PayPal. Obviously, it takes PayPal Express or PayPal, so you can just tie your PayPal account to it. Very simple, and people can choose to buy your products with PayPal. So, very cool stuff. The last thing that I'm going to talk about here on the Getting Started guide is taxes. Everybody loves taxes. Right? All right, so so we're going to go to the tax tab. Now, we've given you kind of a general. I like how they put in generally in the parentheses there. This is how taxes generally work. So you want to consult an actual accountant or an attorney just to make sure that you get the exact rules for your specific state or country, for that matter. Or there's an option there for no tax. So you can add a tax location. Like, for instance, we're in Arizona. So if I'm selling from Arizona, I'm going to click on Add a Tax Location, and right here you just pick the state. So we're going to go down here to Arizona. Do you know what the tax rate is here?
No.
Colby, do you know what it is?
I just pay it. I don't pay attention
to what
it is.
So let's say it's, I don't know, 8%, right? Let's just say 8%.
I think 8 point something.
8.2, whatever. All right. So you can just put that in right there. Click on Save, and bam, there's your Arizona sales tax. So once again, I can't stress this enough. Consult a tax professional before you start doing this stuff.
Sure.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned just a few minutes ago in your country. So is it available outside of
It is.
the United States?
Absolutely. We have been international in all English-speaking countries. We are international. I think with the exception of India at this point, we're still working with India because of some PayPal regulations or something. But we are international in all English-speaking countries. So go nuts, guys. Have fun. So yeah, we're global.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's go back to the Getting Started guide, and as you can see here, once it goes back there.
I have a question on taxes.
Okay. Oh boy.
In Sweden, we have a 12% tax on food products and a 25% tax on shipping. So can we set two different tax options for one cart?
That's a good question.
Good question.
Let me go back into that area here and see if that's an option. I know we sell to Sweden, so I don't know why there wouldn't be an option for that.
I'm pulling mine up. Oh, yep, add another tax location right there.
Yep.
I know his is pulling up, but I'm looking at mine, and it does show me add another tax location underneath what is listed there as no tax. So it should allow you to add an additional one.
Perfect. Cool. All right. This thing is taking its own sweet time. Here we
It
go.
does.
All right. What do you have while we're waiting